I am Jamia Jackson, and I'm a current 3L at FAMU College of Law in Orlando, Florida. I'm from Broward County, Florida, and that's not to be confused with Dade County. I just want to make that distinction. I'm 24 years old, and I am a Leo. I love to shop and put ensembles together. I've never owned a pet, fun fact about me, but I love dogs. I've always wanted one, but my mom said it's like having another child, so we never got one. I'm the oldest of two. I have a younger sister. She is currently a sophomore at FAMU in Tallahassee. I'm a double rattler, by the way. I was on the swim team. I love being in and around water, and I hate driving on the highway. It really gives me anxiety. But we made it. A little bit about me, my background in education, I got my bachelor's degree from FAMU, and I was on a biology pre-med track. I always was told growing up that I was meant to be a lawyer, but I was always really good at math and science, and I got really invested in Grey's Anatomy, and I thought I was gonna be the greatest cardiothoracic surgeon there ever was. So I went in undergrad, and that was my field, and I excelled, but I realized it wasn't my passion, and I wanted to do what I really had a calling for. And after speaking with my advisor, she told me it makes sense to stay on the track that I'm on, and I'm excelling, and it would make me more competitive with a 3.7 as a bio pre-med major than someone going in with a political science background. So I stayed on the track. I graduated summa cum laude, and immediately after I applied to the College of Law. I actually applied to 7 law schools, and I got accepted into all of them that I applied to. So I was very happy about that. I almost went to FSU, but I wanted to get out of Tallahassee, and I also wanted to continue the legacy at FAMU as a double rattler, and they were offering me the most money. So I'm currently ranked number 16 in my class with 3.1, and I'm an evidence TA and a property tutor for SBA. So my achievements, I'm currently the president of the Student Bar Association, the president of Criminal Law Society, and the justice of Phi Alpha Delta. I also served as a Journey to Esquire ambassador before I became a scholar, so that was a great experience. I'm the director for the mock trial for Sorbosa, and I would like to shout out Stetson University because they won every round they participated in those competitions, so they really came out and killed it. I'm also on the Law Review Journal. I won a few scholarships. The George C. Young End of Court Writing Award was one of my favorites that I won because so many of us participated, so for them to have chosen my essay and they really said they really enjoyed it, so that was great. So work experience, I did Bank United, and I just did kind of like the grunt work. I did like NDAs, contract drafting, and this past summer I interned with Thermo Fisher, and I went to Waltham, Massachusetts. And as a city girl, that was very different, but I did like the hands-on. I really liked the people that I worked with, and I worked in IP. Don't want to do that. I realized I might not be meant to be a corporate girly. The money was great, but it was so boring. So I don't think that's what I meant to do. But after speaking with Professor Hardrick, actually, through my Journey to Esquire experience, she told me, we had talked in my 2L, she was like, you need to get you a clerkship. You need that under your belt if you want to go to Atlanta, Georgia, and find you a job and be the powerhouse that you're meant to be. So I heeded that warning, and I was out there. And I actually met with the Honorable Judge Faye Allen, came to our school, and we were just doing our pitch to judges. I said, are you looking for a clerk? She was like, actually, I am. She said, send your stuff to my JA. I sent her my stuff, I did the interview, and I am now clerking for Judge Faye Allen. So that was great. So she primarily does the criminal docket, so I'm getting to see hands-on some of the stuff that I would actually want to do, and it's been great. So my future goals, so I want to pass the bar on the first try, and I will. I was vacillating between a job offer at a big law firm because I won't lie to you, I am expensive. So I don't want to start, not poor, but grunting it out. I don't really want to do that. So my plan was to start in big law for 5 years, work that, get the money, and then go back. Go to like the public defender's office or the state attorney's office. But as I've been talking to these judges and attorneys who actually are doing it, they're telling me, you're not going to do that. So let's rethink that and don't go back. So I'm currently rethinking that. But ultimately, I want to either be a judge or president of the United States. That's me. So right now, I was talking to Judge Allen, and she was like, you can do that, girl. You one and really hone in on it and start now. So which one? I think I want to do the one that would evoke the most change. My ultimate goal is to be a powerhouse and to really help people and change the system and be influential. And I think both of these would kind of do that, but I think maybe I'm leaning towards more of being a political figure. And also, I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy and successful. And I just want to evoke the necessary changes that the justice system needs. And I feel like if not me, then who? So I just want to make a difference, honestly. Now, my takeaways from Journey to Esquire, I was going to do a bunch of elaborate slides. You said we had 10 minutes and I wanted to hone it in. It was a great networking opportunity. I met so many great attorneys, so many great influential people in the community that I want to be a part of. And Professor Hardrick, she really did help me because she found me a mentor who was actually living in Atlanta, Georgia, and he's offered to help me and jumpstart my career there. It was an immersive learning environment. We had modules. I've never done anything like that. A lot of the scholarships that I've had, you go do your interview, you get the money, you go to the event, and you're done. So to actually have modules that are telling me, okay, take a step back, this is what you need to know, this is what you should learn, I think that it's very valuable. And I honestly really did learn more than I thought I was. Hey, we're just doing busy work here. But actually going through the modules, it was like, hey, that's actually a great tip. I'm gonna implement that. And I feel like I've made lifelong connections and mentorship. Like I feel like I could call Professor Hardrick if I have some struggles. You know, she sends those emails, hey, we're just gonna check in. And it really does show you something, because had we not talked, I would not have gone and tried to get that clerkship as you recommended. And it honestly has made an impact, because I've been getting callbacks from different firms. So it has made a difference. And I've learned insight into what it's gonna take for me to actually be successful in this community. And it's gonna be far than what I thought it was gonna be. It's really gonna take some sacrifice, some self-digging, networking, professionalism, legal writing, all those things that we were learning about in the modules. And I learned most importantly that in life, things are not going to be easy. Like commuting here to these events, it wasn't easy. Going through the modules on top of everything else that I had going on, it wasn't easy. But in the end, I feel like I've come full circle, and it's about something so much more than just me and a scholarship. It's been so much more, so I'm glad I stuck it through. Yeah. It's been great.